Hey everybody, welcome back to Peachy Disc Golf. Today I am here at Chattahoochee Pointe Park in order to tackle episode 2 of Chattahoochee Challenge. Let's see how I play today. Well, it is February 27th. I'm pushing this pretty much to the very last minute and I am kind of paying for it. If you haven't seen the first episode yet here, Chattahoochee Challenge is where I am trying to push myself to become a better disc golfer by trying to shoot under par here at Chattahoochee Pointe Park, the course that I play the most. Last episode, if you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out first. I'll put a link to it up in the corner here, but I was so close. I went even. Today, I think it's gonna be a little worse. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna shoot over par for a couple of reasons. One, I don't know if you can tell, but it is there's a storm rolling in later tonight. It is pretty windy outside, and I think that's going to hurt. And then also, more importantly, my putting has really not been feeling great. So I'm definitely not feeling confident on the putting. The putting is what saved me and helped me out in the last episode. I was making some really good like edge of circle putts. I don't know if I'm going to be able to replicate that performance, but unfortunately I have to record this in the month of February and hopefully get this episode out on the 29th. Luckily it's a leap year if I can get this out Thursday. So we're gonna head over to hole 1. We'll see how we shoot. Kicking off hole 1, 300 feet. We're gonna see what kind of round we're gonna have right off the bat. I'm gonna be shooting for the right gap straight ahead, going with the crave. Okay, that's the kind of round we're gonna have. The kind that I'm getting a bogey right off the bat. I'm gonna go with a forehand with my A5 here.
Oh, forehand.
That's already a bad sign, having to forehand.
Oh, it slid down.
That was so dumb.
Circle's edge putt. And by circle's edge, I mean like 60 feet.
Circle 2 edge.
Ooh, that was actually a really good run.
Starting off with a bogey though. All right, hole 2, 570 feet par 4. It's starting to rain a little bit now also, adding to the fun. Just got to make it through this gap. Ideally, we want something to stay turned over to the right. I'm gonna go with my wave, put a little anhyzer on it. We'll see. It probably will fade out at the end, I guess. But honestly, I'm not too mad as long as I'm in the clearing, so.
Oh.
Well, I'm in front of the short tee, so that's pretty solid.
That's very good.
We could birdie this if I have a good throw here. I'm gonna try out the TD. There's a tailwind. This might be a little too overstable, but we'll see. Too low. We'll have a putt look, but that's not that great. I could have gone a little higher and the tailwind just sort of pushed it down. I didn't give it enough height.
So Chris has got a 45-foot putt. He also has some tailwind again.
And I'm like right in this tree. Stay up, I think we're okay. I don't think it rolled that much. All right, hole 3, 380 feet par 3, well outside my range. This is definitely a play for par for me. I'm gonna throw to the right of the trees here with my Royal Strive. I might get a little turn out of it in the headwind, but it will definitely fade for me because it is a 13 speed. Well, that's a bogey. Well, I'm out at least. That's honestly as bad as pretty much where my backhand was gonna land if I were to lay it up anyway. Way short. Oh God, double bogey on this hole is pretty bad.
Easy.
There it is. Okay, we saved a little bit there. Okay, hole 5, longest hole on the course, 920 feet, par 5. I know I can make it through that first gap, but that is such a tiny gap from back here. I'm gonna go with the Strive again. Oh, terrible throw. Just go way left. That's actually okay. So I'm in a ditch down there, but at least I'm not gonna have good footing.
Oh, it's short.
Yeah, but I'm still through. Oh no, I'm not. Geez, that was terrible. We got a pump. I'm gonna go with the wave here.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So that's shot 3. This was a pretty good throw with the wave. I'm gonna go with the wave again. This is what I should have done on hole 2, I think. I'm gonna go just straight at the basket, nice and flat again. We might get a little turn. Drop, please. We got a putt. That's like 20 foot, 25 foot putt. Let's see, just gotta commit again. I committed to that putt on 3. Let's go. All right, hole 5, 225 feet par 3. This is the only hole I birdied in the last round. It was incredibly lucky. The rain is back. Oh, that slipped right out of my hands. Well, we're not getting a birdie, but I am through on all the way on the right, so I'm gonna have at least a easy approach, I think, for par. I was gonna go A3, but Kang said no. Grab overstable driver and try to skip it. So I'm going FX2. Didn't work.
Chris has got a short 15-footer.
A nice aesthetic putt.
But he does have to step out.
I do have to straddle, my nemesis.
Yes. Nice putt.
All right, I almost foot faulted there, but I held my posture. Hole 6, 295 feet, par 3. My normal play here is just to go with like my Crave or my servo and just go not full power, but focus more on accuracy to get through the gap, which is not gonna get up to the basket. But Kang's here saying, 295, you can hit that on a good throw, so you should go for it. And then he's backtracking now. He's like, maybe not. He's looking at these gaps. He's like, these gaps kind of small, but I'm going for it with the wave. You know what? That's a circle 2 putt. Very windy though. I'm gonna mark. I don't normally do that. Nope, low. Hole 7 is 390 feet, par 3. No chance I'm getting a birdie on this hole. Even he would tell me this is a play for par. I'm gonna go with a newer disc in my bag. It's another Crave. This one's a max weight Crave, and for some reason this disc is pretty stable, especially compared to my lighter weight Crave. That's perfect. That's so good. We're off to the left for sure. That's why I have that Crave in the bag. It is overstable, but we made it through both gaps perfectly down the center. Let's go. Skip. Perfect. Awesome. Not even 10 feet. That was a tap-in. Hole 8, 295 feet, par 3. Got a tight little gap to make it through, but then it's pretty open after that. Basket is off to the right side. I'm gonna be going with my F7 here. Too much hyzer. I made it through the gap though. That was a pretty okay shot, honestly. We actually have a little jump putt attempt here. All right. All right, I'm trying to pick up the pace a little bit, talking a little bit less. Hole 9, 305 feet, par 3. A hole I think I could potentially birdie on a good throw. And we've been throwing the wave really well today. So we're gonna go with that again. Try to keep the nose down, going straight at the basket. Fade. Skip under it. That could have been good if I didn't skip into the tree. We almost had the distance right. If I would have skipped, I just hit this one little part of the tree right here. Good attempt, a little low, but an easy tap in for par. Hole 10, 340 feet, par 3. The basket is straight ahead, wide open shot here. I've been throwing the wave really well, but I really want to see how I could throw the X3. I feel like all of my wave throws have been very consistent. So if this comes out wonky, or it's just doesn't feel like it's going as far or the same distance, I don't know if I need both the X3 and the wave in the bag. Sometimes I think I can get the X3 a little further than the wave, but honestly, probably not by that much. So let's give it a try. I don't know. That came out pretty good also, and I think that might edge it out in distance just by a little bit. It's so hard to tell. I don't want to throw another shot. I'm trying to keep this as pure as possible. Like I'm not doing practice shots or second putts even like I normally do when I'm practicing. So I'm gonna have to do some field tests to see if I need both, because I feel like maybe I can get the wave the same distance. I don't know though. That came out nice. Oh. Hole 11, 295 feet, par 3. Plays a little bit downhill as well. The basket is straight ahead. Going back to the wave here. Too soft. Skip forward. Ooh, big skip left. Yeah, I feel like this hole is one that I should be able to birdie. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a good birdie make. I at least committed that time. Hole 12, 620 feet, par 4. Really challenging par 4 for the birdie here. Just have this initial gap to hit, and then I just want to get as far down the fairway as possible, as close to that tree line as I can. We're gonna go back to the X3 again, try to pump it down as far as I can. Okay, we're center fairway. I should have some options there. Okay, so if I want the birdie, I'd probably have to go with something understable through the little gaps on the trees on the left here. But for the sake of time, because I think I'm gonna run out of daylight, I'm gonna go down the wider right gap, much more makeable hit. And I'm gonna go with my bear, nice overstable. Perfect. That's pretty much exactly what I wanted, so we should have a nice little floaty turnover backhand for an approach. Ooh, a little swampy over here. Ooh, oh, it's so gross. Oh God, it's so swampy. I think I got my waterproof shoes on here. Oh, miss that, please. Oh God. Dang it. This footing messed me up really badly. I could not, oh God, fully commit to my shot there. Nope. A little short. Hole 13 is the hole I bogeyed in my first round, the one that ruined everything for me. It's a pretty easy shot to get par. It's 385 feet, par 3. Wide open, as you can see. I just had a really bad approach shot. So I'm gonna with the X3. Let's just pump this as far down as we can, make that approach as easy as possible, walk away with a par, and then just lament over that first round. Yeah, pretty good throw. Can't mess that up again. Let's see. All right, this was a much better drive, honestly. I can jump putt this. Easy tapping. I wish I would have had that last round. We would have done it. Okay, it's getting real dark. I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep this video grain free. It's gonna look pretty bad, I'm sure, especially around holes 16, 17. You might be able to see the basket. It's straight ahead. I'm gonna throw something overstable over these like trees on the right side here. Going with my heavyweight Crave. Maybe I will today. That looks perfect. Oh no, it's short. This was way shorter than I thought. We're like 25 feet away. Let's go. We at least got a birdie again. Hole 15, I have no idea what the distance is. I should have had 10 range find from back here. I had him range find the short one for me. No clue what the distance is here. Probably 325 or 350 or so. I'll put the U-disc distance down in the below. Normally I play something overstable because I hate this hole. I hate throwing over the road and like hoping it fades back if I'm not throwing overstable, but it's late. No one should be coming down. Going with the X3, just throwing it as hard as I can. All right, I think I have a jump putt. Bunch of deer in my fairways. Look at them go. I don't know how, but we're in circle 1 here. I put a little flex on it. I think I am getting a little more distance out of this X3. Hole 16, 295 feet, par 3, narrow tunnel shot, basket's on the right side. You probably can't see a thing. My ISO is capped. My aperture is as low as possible. You could probably just see a big blur behind me. Definitely check out the first video if you want like a full hole breakdown. I'm going with the H3. Oh, too high. Oh, terrible. Okay, going with a detour. Maybe you can actually see this one in flight. Putting Anheuser on it. That looks pretty solid. I'm down there. Getting a bogey though. I had the right speed, just not the right angle. A little bit too much Anheuser. I gave that an honest bid. All right, luckily it didn't roll away, so getting a bogey. Hole 17, 350 feet, par 3, basket straight ahead. You can't see it at all. I can't see anything. I could barely make out the gap here. Just got to pump something straight. Going with the H3 again. Okay, well, we made it past the first set of trees, hit something on the right. I think we're in the center though. All right, not ideal. We're right behind a tree here. Oh, really bad footing. Let's just go with the detour here. A little low. Okay, so I know the basket's like 20 feet in front of me, but I could barely see it at all. So I'm just gonna put something up there, hope it catches. Oh, let's go. I thought that was low. Okay, that was a decent par save. The detour skipped up a lot more. I thought I was in this valley by the short pin. Okay, I turned off autofocus. It's just focusing to infinity. I can't even read these signs. We're looking at 675 feet at hole 18, par 4. Basket is on the right side of the fairway. Can't see a thing. I can't see a thing. No one can see a thing. I'm gonna go with my hardest to see disc, the X3. It's starting to fade now. Okay, I think I'm on the right side in the tall grass. Okay, nowhere near the tall grass. I was so wrong. Oh, that's way turned over. That one's in the tall grass. All right, I have no clue where this basket is. You might be able to see it on camera. I can't see it at all. I just know it's to the right of this tree. I'm just going where I think it's supposed to be. Like, I think I might sort of see it. This is just a guess. A literal shot in the dark. I think it's good. It might be a little short. Not ideal finishing in the dark like this. Didn't really give myself a chance, even with a couple of birdies that I was not expecting. But luckily with how I was starting anyway, I'm not upset. I don't feel like I cost myself by putting this off last minute. All right, well, I did not do myself any favors by pushing this round off as late as I did, both here at the end of the month and also by doing it so late in the afternoon, finishing those last couple of holes in the dark. But like I said, I don't think that was the make or break moment in this round. So looking back, honestly, I'm very happy with the way that this round went. The score definitely doesn't reflect that. I did worse, but I learned a couple of things that I think will be useful to carry forward going into the next couple of rounds. And that is, there's a few more holes that I did not expect that I can attack and have birdie chances at. Hole 14 is definitely a hole I want to birdie. I didn't birdie it last round, but I knew even then that it was one I could get. It's only 270 feet, but hole 15 is not a hole that I thought I could get. And then here we are. I had a pretty manageable putt as well. Also, hole 2 is another one that comes to mind. I messed up my second shot, but if I would have thrown maybe my wave or even the X3 or something on that second shot from where I was off the tee, I think I could have had like a reasonable putt for a birdie there as well. So there's a few holes that I think I can attack. Like mentally, I'm all over the place right now. So I know for a fact that my putt is ice cold right now. I had some good putts today, don't get me wrong, but I was not confident. Even Kang mentioned it. He's like, dude, you took 20 seconds to putt, and normally you're like a 10-second putter. I usually don't take that much time to prepare. It's like, I could tell with each putt you do, you're super nervous. Even with like 25 footers, normally I don't take that much time. I'm usually pretty confident at that range, but lately I've been coming up so short. I know for a fact that my putting confidence is way down. And because of that, I felt like I really had to push myself on the drives and the approaches in order to get as close to the basket as possible to leave my putts as easy as they could be. And I think that cost me, like, especially like hole 1 right off the bat. My more traditional line would be going with maybe the Zeta's Moon or even my F7 on a little turnover shot down the left gap, maybe even the Crave or something pretty neutral, turnover shot, left gap, let it just sort of coast in there. It's probably not going to have enough turn to get to the basket for a birdie, but it should be at least a very easy approach to save par. Start off with a nice par to get the round going, but instead I hit a bogey first thing, and then from then on I was like, oh, now I really need to go. So I was putting too much into some of my other throws, and that cost me some strokes, but at least my scorecard's a little more colorful this time. Last time it was just par, birdie, par, bogey. I'm looking forward to our next round. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later. Try to do it more in the middle of the month. I cannot wait for daylight savings time to hit so I can actually get some rounds in after work. It has been so tough getting out and playing. I can only play like on weekends, and most weekends here it's been rainy, so it's been a struggle getting some rounds in, so I'm really looking forward to that. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. If you enjoy watching this little challenge series, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and ring that notification bell so you can be notified when our next episode comes out. Until next time, guys, cheers.